meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be fun, and I would say that I really do have the best job in the world. First things that we normally look for as we are going through tasting of a wine, first is going to be the wine itself. We're going to look at the color of the wine. And the best way to be able to do this is to tip the glass on its side, and this spreads out the surface area of the wine so that you're able to actually look through the wine and see the color and see the variation in color that may happen from the center to the edge. The less color variation that you see is usually an indication of a youthful wine. And then holding it up to the light so you can see through the glass. If you have a wine that has high viscosity, which means that it's going to stick to the glass, form legs, and then fall slowly, such as this one does, it is a wine that would be considered a fuller bodied style of wine. If you have a wine that falls very quickly on the edge of the glass, I would describe this as a light bodied wine. You want to give it a slight spin. This helps to unlock the aroma of the wine, or the smells that are normally found inside of the wine. And after you do this, immediately put it to your nose. Best thing that I would normally recommend is close your eyes, because then it really takes all of the other factors out of it. You're just thinking about the aroma of the wine. Move your nose around inside of the glass. Don't just smell right up against the edge here. You want to move it up to the top, because there are different factors there. Alcohol dissipates and it is going to rise. So that can also get in the way if you're not actually moving your nose around inside of the glass. And follow it with the taste. Now, in doing this, you're also paying attention to what it's doing on your palate. So there are 3 different time frames that we're talking about in how you taste a wine. The first is the attack. What does it do to your palate? What are you feeling? What sensations? What flavors are you coming out with? The second part of that is what is known as the mid-palate. What does it do when it is on your palate? And this is in reference to maybe somewhere in between the 20 to 30-second mark, 20 to 40 seconds after you first put it onto your palate. So on the mid-palate in this wine, on the mid-palate the fruits are still very intense. So it does show that that deep core of fruit. It has a beautiful acidity to balance the structure that you can find in tannin. And that is one thing that I normally look for in quality wines, is the balance. And it becomes very important to pay attention to this, because this is how you really can judge the quality of a wine, is by these small increments. The attack, what does it do on the attack? The mid-palate, how does it feel when it is on your palate? And the last is the finish. As the wine has already been swallowed and the flavors and aromas are still reminiscent on your palate, how long do they stay intact? What I normally look for in a quality wine is the balance that you're finding from the attack through the mid-palate into the finish of the wine. Virginia as a region, as we were describing, is very young, so there's a lot of experimentation still happening to figure out what grapes are going to grow well in our climate and soil, as well as looking at trying to identify something specific to Virginia terroir that creates a flavor or a character in the wine that is unique to Virginia.